Mexico City. You hear the name and you think of this vibrant, massive hub of energy, right? A place of incredible opportunity. And it is. But all that success, it comes with a huge price tag. So today, we're going to dive right into this paradox of progress. We're going to look at what happens when a city's growth just gets way, way ahead of its ability to handle it all.
Okay, first things first, let's just try to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this place. We're talking about over 21 million people. That's the population of the entire greater Mexico City area. To put that into perspective for you, that's more people than the entire state of Florida, all packed into one sprawling, massive city. We're not just talking about a big city here. This is a true global megacity, no question about it.
So you gotta wonder, right? How does a city this big even work? How does it function day to day? Well, the answer, it's kind of like a tale of two completely different cities existing in the exact same place at the exact same time. All right, so let's start with the good stuff. Let's look at the bright side of this whole paradox. Because for millions of people, moving to Mexico City was, and honestly still is, a golden ticket to a better life. It really has been this powerful, powerful engine of opportunity for the entire country. And the speed of this transformation, it's just mind-boggling. Think about this. Back in 1950, Mexico City had about 3 million people. Fast forward to the year 2000, and it had exploded to 18 million. That's 6 times bigger in just 50 years. This wasn't some slow, steady growth. No way. This was like an urban big bang, fueled by countless people just looking for a job and a better life. And you know what? A lot of them found it. That economic pull is just immense. The city generates a massive 17% of the entire country's GDP. 17%. That makes it the absolute undeniable economic heart of the nation. And all that economic power, it's not just a number on a spreadsheet. It translates into real, tangible improvements in people's lives. I mean, compared to a lot of rural areas, the city offers so much more. You've got 95% of residents with electricity, 90% with clean water, plus way better access to things like doctors, hospitals, and schools. For many, that's a game changer. Of course, to keep up with this booming population, the city had to build, and build big. We're talking about monumental infrastructure projects. The metro system is the perfect example. It's one of the biggest in the world. It's like the city's circulatory system, this vital artery moving 4 to 5 million people every single day. It's literally what keeps that engine of opportunity running. Okay, so that's the good news. But this incredible story, it comes with a really, really steep price. And this right here is where that paradox of progress starts to show its teeth. So really, what happens when a city grows this fast? What happens when millions and millions of people show up before you can possibly build enough houses or roads or lay enough pipes? Well, the system, it starts to crack. You can feel the pressure building. And that relentless growth has put pretty much every part of the city, its infrastructure, its environment, under this immense, almost unbearable strain. Just look at this. This really puts the housing crisis in perspective. A whopping 40% of the city's population, we're talking millions of people, live in what are called informal settlements. Basically, these are whole neighborhoods that just popped up without any official planning, simply because the city couldn't build proper housing fast enough. And life in these places? It's a daily struggle. We're talking about homes built by hand, often with whatever materials people can find. Sometimes they're perched on these super steep, unsafe hillsides. Getting basics like clean water or proper sanitation, it's unreliable at best. And overcrowding? Well, that's just the norm. And then there's the traffic. Oh, the traffic. You've got over 5 million cars choking the roads. The city is basically in a near constant state of gridlock. The sheer number of vehicles is it's totally overwhelming for the roads. And listen, this isn't just some minor inconvenience. It literally steals people's lives. It steals their time, their productivity. Imagine commuting 1 to 2 hours each way, every single day. That's the reality for millions of people. That's time you're never getting back, time you could have been with your family or just resting.
Now, all those cars, plus all the industry, they create this huge cloud of air pollution. But what makes it so much worse in Mexico City is its geography. See, the city sits in a big valley, like a bowl, and this thing called a thermal inversion happens, where it basically puts a lid on top of that bowl, trapping all that nasty smog right over the city. This creates some really serious long-term health risks for everyone breathing it in. And if all that wasn't enough, get this. The city is literally sinking. Yeah, you heard me. In some parts, it's sinking by as much as 10 centimeters a year. Why? Well, the city is so thirsty for water that it's pumping it out from the aquifers underneath it way too fast. And as the water is removed, the ground itself just compacts and sinks. This messes up buildings, breaks pipes, and actually makes flooding even more of a danger.
So what you end up with is this starkly divided city. I mean, on one side, you've got these wealthy areas with all the modern comforts you can imagine. And right next door, you have millions of people living with these immense daily hardships. It really is a tale of two cities, sharing the same space, but living in completely different worlds.
So, how do you even make sense of all this? It's this constant, really difficult balancing act, right? On one hand, Mexico City is this amazing story of human ambition and resilience. But on the other, it's a huge cautionary tale about what can happen when growth just goes completely unchecked.
This table here really lays it all out. It brings that core paradox into sharp focus. You've got this incredible economic engine, but it comes with deep, deep inequality. You've got better access to water and power for many, but it's happening alongside critical water shortages and sinking land. It's like for every single opportunity, there's a massive challenge right there next to it. And this is the daily reality for 21 million people.
And that leaves us with one final, really important question. Because, Mexico City's story isn't unique. Not really. This same drama is playing out in megacities all over the world. So the question isn't just about Mexico City, it's about all of us. Can these huge engines of opportunity, these incredible cities, keep growing without eventually just breaking under their own weight?